Hi, here for my Mayor's Report. Tuesday, May 25th, a rainy May 25th. Hard to believe this weather we're having. I'm out in the Grafton Station, Grafton Plaza Promenade area. I think the most significant action that our City Council took at our last meeting was a dramatic scale down of the original Grafton Plaza proposal. Many residents might remember back in 2007 where Grafton Plaza right behind me here was proposed to be 21 stories. Actually 4 towers, one at 21, 19, 16, and 13 stories that just would have dwarfed the surrounding area. I know myself, some others had some concerns about that, particularly many residents. Scaled it back down to 10. Still some concern about the size. At our last council meeting, we approved a rezone for the property that gets it back down to its original scale in terms of square footage and scale with the neighborhood. It's going to be either, there's 2 different zoning options. Number 1 is campus office. If we're able to get the campus office, and I think that would be our first choice if we're able to get that. There is some concern about whether we can get that much campus office this far away from the BART stations with 20% vacancy rates of office in the Bay Area and 2 million square feet of office zone closer to BART, closer to the 680 corridor. But nevertheless, that remains an option for this corridor. The other option is a mixed-use concept to kind of complement the Dublin Ranch Villages, the Promenade, which is planned right here, the Main Street Retail Center, and obviously the Grafton Station, which I'm standing here now. I think eventually at build-out, we might see some type of a combination of the mixed use where we still have the campus office, probably at least 50% of the project, maybe some residential with a little bit of retail mixed in, some mixed use, live-work units, possibly a small boutique hotel, maybe a small fitness center to complement the club sport across the way. So that's something that might go in, but nevertheless the square footage is going to be much more in scale with the surrounding neighborhood. And I think what you'll see is you'll have Grafton Station here, continuing across the street to the Promenade, and then Grafton Plaza right here. It'll be a nice little area. Of course, it's going to take time. The city right now wanting to see activity happen, but like we always try to do is let's entitle things. We've got the incentives in place, hopefully as the market turns, if we have things that are entitled, things can happen a lot quicker. The other thing that we entitled, at least in terms of a zoning change, was the Nielsen Ranch, allowing some residential units there. We approved single-family residential dwellings, 36 of them, to go on the Nielsen property, which is further down Tassajara. So those are going to be unique properties, large lots, large homes, large yards, great views in terms of this side of town, single family detached. So again, another trend in terms of where the council is doing. A couple other actions that we took at our May 18th meeting, Amador Valley Boulevard. We took a look at the speed limit at Amador Valley. Currently 25. Unfortunately, we had speed studies that showed that we needed to raise the speed limit to 30 miles per hour from Stagecoach to Village Parkway. Some concerns from the residents and the council, for that matter, about raising the speed limit when you have the proximity of 4 schools, Dublin High, Valley, Wells, and Frederickson, plus you've got 3 trails and a dog park. But at the end of the day, we found legally that because we did a speed study that showed that the speed limit should be over 30, that should be 30 miles per hour, if we were to keep it at 25 under state law, they would say that that's artificially low, and we actually could never ticket people on Amador Valley Boulevard, even if they go at 50, 60, 70 miles per hour, because the fact of, that we had an artificially low speed limit. So we raised the speed limit to 30, but we were going to increase the patrols, and we're taking some other safety measures there on Amador Valley Boulevard. Another item, which is ironic, because this is most likely going to be viewed on my Facebook, but we as a city actually decided that we were not, at this time, going to move forward with the Facebook page. I know there's other public agencies that are doing that. Our city attorney strongly advised us against doing a Facebook at this time, because there are some legal issues in terms of freedom of speech, what can be posted, what can be done on the Facebook. So we're going to let some of those issues play out in other jurisdictions. We're still using Twitter, we're still revamping the website and doing some other innovative communication tools, but we're not going to be doing a city Facebook at this time. But individual council members, such as myself, I know the vice mayor has a Facebook, other council members can still individually do Facebook updates, and we will continue to do that. Just a couple last items. On May 24th, I was proud that the city hosted the first ever elected official summit with all public agencies, the school district, DSRSD, Zone 7, LAFTA, Camp Parks, you name it, they were there. The topic emergency management, disaster preparedness, and how we all come together during a disaster, because it's not just going to be one jurisdiction, it's going to be many. So I think it was a unique event, the fact that A, it was the first time we all came together to discuss a single topic, and B, the fact that we're doing such forward thinking. I think some things you'll see in the future is more joint exercises where all agencies, what we found is all of us have our own individual plans that are pretty good, but in a real calamity, we're all going to have to come together and work jointly. So the idea of doing more joint exercises. The other thing that's highly important is neighborhood training for residents in the neighborhoods, because that's something that we're going to have to do, is get the citizens up to speed, because in a real disaster, public responders are only going to respond to the worst scenarios in the city, and residents might have to fend for themselves for 24, 48, 72 hours in their different neighborhoods. So we're going to be reaching out to the neighborhood block groups, the HOAs, and other community groups to host some various trainings throughout the city. So that was something else that came out. That's my report for today, May 25th. Have a great week.